Okay, our next trig identity is 2 minus cosine squared x equals 1 plus sine squared x. Okay, and for this one, we notice that we have this 2 over here, but I'd really like to see a 1 minus cosine squared x because I know what that is. So I'm just going to rewrite it as 1 plus 1 minus cosine squared x. And then we see we have the 1 minus cosine squared x is sine squared x. So we have 1 plus sine squared x equals 1 plus sine squared x. And we're done. Verified. Our next example involves some fractions. We've seen some things like this before as we were simplifying. And so here the idea is we're going to work with the more complicated side again, the right side this time. And we see that the two denominators are conjugates. So we're going to get a common denominator there and see what we come up with. So we have sine x times 1 minus cosine x minus sine x times 1 plus cosine x. For the numerator and in the denominator, we have an a plus b times a minus b situation, which is 1 squared, or 1, minus cosine squared x. Okay, well that's looking somewhat promising because we see that we have one of our Pythagorean identities in the denominator. Let's look at what the numerator looks like when we distribute. So we have a sine of x minus sine x cosine x minus, and be careful of the signs here as you distribute, the sine of x minus sine x cosine x. And that's still all over 1 minus cosine squared x, which I know is sine squared of x. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit here. But remember that we're trying to get to negative 2 cotangent x, so keep that in mind. Now, even though I don't want to work with the left side, I can be thinking as I'm going, well, cotangent, I know that cotangent is sine over, I'm sorry, not sine over, it is cosine over sine. So I see that I've got a sine squared in the denominator here. It looks like I'm headed in the right direction. Well, the signs are going to drop out of this expression, and we have negative 2 sine x cosine x over sine squared x. And all we need to do now is a little bit of canceling. The sine x with one of the sign on the denominator, and we have negative 2 cosine x over sine x. And I'm running out of room there, which is negative 2 cotangent of x. And that is what we wanted. So, verified.